Clapping.
Ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Welcome back.
Two. Am I the asshole? Am I an asshole for doing that? Let us know down in the comments below. This is my intro now. This is my intro now.
See, I just want to go and say this was staged until this part. I don't know where we're at now. We're in uncharted territory.
We're in uncharted fucking territory. Get the fuck out of my studio. Wait, this is your house. Shit.
Man, it's going to suck when that door's locked. You can't get out. That's a 2-story drop.
I mean, what? I can fucking get out of there.
Jump.
I got tools with me.
MacGyver your way out of here.
Bro, I'm a guy for my way out of here.
That has nothing to do with today's topics.
No, but actually, welcome back to Am I the Asshole?
Yes,
Yep.
yes. This is our asshole segment where we like to deep dive Reddit and
Talk about assholes.
yeah, talk about assholes, no matter how dirty or stinky they may be.
Or goatsies.
Yeah.
But
Balls. That's a whole different area that we.
still involves assholes.
Yeah, kind of.
Yep.
Did I ever tell you about the dude that I heard on the internet he could actually stuff his own balls into his butt?
What?
Anyways, that has nothing to do with today's topic. Sam, what's today's topic?
I don't fucking know anymore.
Cooking.
Cooking.
Yep. Let's dive in before we decide to get demonetized anymore.
Brother, we got demonetized already.
Yeah, YouTube's just like,
Just
make
like,
squeeze
fucking
me.
Stop, please.
Okay, you have to blur that. We already see what they redeemed.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah. So, am I the asshole? I'll read the first one.
Roger.
Am I the asshole for making my son cook for his sister, even if it means cooking at midnight and waking him up?
That's why midnight.
Very, very specific title, very specific time, very specific people. Let's see what happens. It's literally 14 days now out of 185 school days. He won't fail school. That's extremely dramatic for 2 weeks of being a tired. What?
My brain hurts.
Is that an edit? Okay, let's just post. My daughter, 21, gets off work at 4 a.m. She usually stays up until lunchtime and then sleeps until she goes to work. She works night shift. My son is 17 and still in high school. I'm at work when she is sleeping, but my son was home for the summer and he would wake her up to make him food. He would pester her until she did it so she could go back to sleep. He would pester her until she did it so she could go back to sleep. It came to a head a month ago where my daughter lost it and I finally learned about it. Anyways, long conversation, and as his punishment, he has to make my daughter food when she asks for it at any time the same amount she did for him. So it was about 30 times he woke her up, so he has to make her 30 meals. Everyone agreed, though my son wasn't happy and picked it over losing his phone for a month. So my daughter will wake him up to make her food. He still has 15 meals left. He hates it, but it's getting the point across. Now school started, and he got woken up last night to make her food. So this morning, he was tired as all hell. He went to his grandparents, and I got in a huge argument with my mom. She thinks I'm an asshole, but my punishment fits the crime. My son won't talk to me, and I'm questioning myself, even though questioning, Jesus Christ. This is a Reddit post, if there ever was one. My son won't talk to me, and I am questioning myself, even though my husband is backing up the punishment. Am I the asshole?
I'm assuming, at the top it was an edit of it's literally 14 days now out of 185 school days. He won't fail school. That's extremely dramatic for 2 weeks of being tired. So, yeah, I mean.
So I guess the question, the question overall is am I the asshole for making my son cook for his sister, even if it means cooking at midnight and waking him up?
As basically a response to him doing the same thing to her after she's worked a full night shift.
Yeah, so my problem here is this. Why? Okay, on the sister, why did we wait so long to tell the parents?
Yeah.
Like, it's not your house. You're under their rules. Go tell them, hey, he's waking me up. Right?
Yeah.
Like, not that difficult.
Just to make him some food.
Yeah.
Like, and he's how old?
He's 17.
Yeah, he should be able to make his own food. Like, if it's a Hot Pocket or something. Like,
hey, I just want to make sure I'm reading this right. My daughter, 21, gets. I want to make sure we're understanding the segments here. 21 gets off work at 4 a.m. She usually stays up until lunchtime, so about noon to 1, and then sleeps until she goes to work. She works night shift. My son is 17 and still in high school. Cool. I'm at work when she is sleeping, but my son was home for the summer, and he would wake her up to make him food. Okay, so this is during the day. He's awake. He's waking her up to make food. Yeah. He would pester her until she did it so she could go back to sleep. So what it sounds like is he was asking her to make him food.
Yeah, first off, he's absolutely an asshole for doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
it came to a head a month ago where my daughter lost it, and I finally learned about it. Anyways, long conversation. His punishment was he has to make my daughter food when she asks for at any time, and the same amount she did for him. Yeah, no.
That's a fitting punishment.
Yeah, not the asshole.
Yeah, definitely not the asshole.
Yeah,
No.
now that I understand your cryptic messaging here, not the asshole. No. Like, now granted, I look back and I think, okay, you and I were 17 once. We didn't make the smartest decisions.
No.
I certainly did not.
But I also lived tired as hell that entire time through high school because we'd stay up till 4 a.m. playing video games.
Yep, and then get up to go to school the next morning.
Yep.
And basically drone our way through the day.
Yeah, so we were basically already tired. So like I'm assuming things haven't changed that much since we went to high school, right? So,
but also this is during summer break.
But now school's back on. That's part
so
of it.
this must have been the end of summer break. School's back on now.
He hates it, but it gets point across. Hang on.
It's at the top. It's literally 14 days now out of the 185 days of school. He won't fail school. That's extremely dramatic for the 2 weeks of being tired.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Now school started and he got woken up last night to make her food. So this morning he was tired as hell. And?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She works a full-time job, dog. You were waking her up.
Yeah. Yeah. And she works, she's getting off work at 4 a.m.
No. Mom, or I'm assuming mom. Yeah, mom.
Yeah.
Because husband, mom or dad, whoever, we don't judge. You're not the asshole.
No.
I want to see what the comments have to say here because I'm curious. I know everyone voted not the asshole. We can unblur that now.
Yeah.
Not the asshole. That's actually a perfect punishment. He woke her up for food, so now he gets to feel what it's like. You also gave him a choice, and he picked this one. The point that's true. That's true. It was either this or the phone. Yeah. The point is he will be tired when people wake you up for no good reason. Truth.
Yep.
Let's see. Not the asshole. You're the asshole commenters. Notice that OP says that son chose this punishment over giving up his phone for a month. This is basically model parenting. The son is 17, nearly an adult, and behaved selfishly and stupidly, and is now making it up to the person he mistreated.
Yeah.
Yes.
It totally fits the territory for me. And I like this one. As a teacher, not the asshole. These are lessons that are much more important than the ones you learn at school. This is one. There are lessons that are much more important than the ones you learn at school. This is one of them. Yeah, you need to learn these life lessons of hey, don't be a selfish fucking prick,
I also love that the teacher went on to say, edit for the whiners worrying about the boy's education. Don't be ridiculous. It's 2 weeks. That will definitely not shatter his academic career. Moreover, he chose it instead of having his phone confiscated.
Yeah.
His sister works in medicine. She could have lost her job or even endanger someone because of being sleep deprived. And you all worry that 2 weeks of being tired might ruin his future. Come on. Yeah, truth. Facts.
I want to see if there is actually any yes to yes.
I did thoughts exactly. I'm confused as to why a 17-year-old needs someone to make him food.
There are definitely going to be some midnight snacks there for him to munch on, right?
Yeah. Let's see. I don't see any of you're the asshole.
It must be the downvoted ones, probably.
Gotta be. We're scrolling down. All right. Let's see.
Scrolling. Keep that mouse wheel scrolling. Scrolling.
I think the punishment is good-ish, but I'd be very about this arrangement affecting his grades. That's not going to affect his grades.
That's not. Fuck off.
I'm seeing a lot of not the assholes.
Yeah, I think we can just chalk this one up and not.
You're the asshole.
The boy needs sleep for school.
We cannot put that on YouTube, but
wise words from one man named a thing we're not going to say out loud.
From Rooster Cat Lover 53.
Yep.
You can figure that out.
You think 53 is the birth year, or
for the name like that? I would say so.
Yeah.
And I almost guarantee they have a Facebook profile photo of them just like. You're the asshole. The boy needs sleep for school. Shut up. You're the asshole. Shut up. The 21-year-old should have never started making him food.
Yeah, but at the same time, he was just pestering her the whole time.
You're the asshole for only doing this on school nights. They didn't say it was only school nights. Limit wake ups to weekends or even daytime when he plans to go out with friends.
She's asleep when he's going out with friends.
Oh my God, dude. You're the asshole. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like a little 30 times. If your daughter isn't capable of figuring out a way to put a stop to this before 30 times, that's seriously concerning. And what you're doing isn't a punishment, it's revenge.
Wow. Consequences are meant to teach a lesson. Your son isn't grasping the lesson. Fucking yeah, he will.
Yeah, when he recognizes how much he enjoys his sleep, he's gonna be like, man, oh, she must think the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you're not the asshole to the people who are the assholes commenting those. Y'all the assholes.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, not the asshole. Next.
Not the asshole.
All right, blur that, Samuel. Send it.
Am I the asshole for saying I don't like my girlfriend's cooking? This is
The story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world with her shitty pasta and terrible meals. We're going to see how this goes when she smiles. Sorry. It just came over me. I don't know.
Am I the asshole for saying I don't like my girlfriend's cooking? A little backstory. We've been dating for a while and have a toddler together. I work and she stays home with our kid. She also does all the cleaning during the day and most of the cooking.
Solid.
Today, I bought some beef liver for dinner and she cooked it. She asked me to taste test it and I hated it. I told her so, and she said, she told me that she's going to try to fix it, but when she was finished, I still hated it and I didn't eat it. She didn't eat it either because she got mad at me. My mother was visiting and she ate it and said that it's good. Anyway, stuff like this happens pretty often because I sometimes don't enjoy her cooking. When I don't like something, she tells me to just not eat it and cook something else for myself. But since I'm the one who pays all the bills and pays for all the food, I think she should try to cook more to my liking. So I told her this. Now she's not speaking to me or even looking at me. Also, it's her birthday tomorrow, and I don't know how to act tomorrow. Am I the asshole? Holy fuck. This guy needs a fucking reality check. like there's saying that you don't like it, right? But then if you consistently don't like it, you're just gonna have to fucking get over it at a certain point, right? Like she's taking their kid, cleaning, cooking, doing it all.
So here's where I would say,
Okay.
Because I've been in this position before of being the primary worker. She stays home with the baby, right? If she is taking care, and we're basing this off of what was said, if she is taking care of the child, make sure the house is clean, laundry's done, all the house chores are done, where he doesn't have to come home and do jack shit.
Yeah.
I think cooking should be split.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Easily. Yeah. I think that's just something that should be 50-50.
Yeah.
Like, because my wife and I take turns.
Correct.
And, and it's usually, and that's fun. We like it.
Well, here's something I would say too, is like that, you're going to enter nights where it's like neither one of you feel like cooking because you're both extremely exhausted from whatever happened that day.
Yeah.
Takeout. Cool.
Yep.
There's better ways to say you don't like something.
Yeah.
Saying you hate it is not one of those ways. Also this part, when I don't like something, she tells me just to not to eat it and cook something else for myself. But since I'm the one who pays all the bills and pays for all the food, I think she should try to cook more to my liking.
Is there a mega asshole button? I'm going to go ahead and say asshole.
There's people like this who make dudes look bad.
Bro, no tact at all.
None.
Like, my man's just like, I pay the bills, you better cook how I like it, I'm going to be upset. Because this is the 50s, and this is how we work.
Yep.
It's not how shit works anymore, bro.
God. I'm going to say this. Hey, man, OP, you're the asshole, and I hope she leaves your ass. Like,
yeah.
Because,
at the very least, I hope you learn a fucking lesson from this post.
Nah, bro. Nah, I say she needs to get the fuck out of there. Like, especially if she's taking care of that baby and she's being treated like shit like that from him. No. I know too many ladies who've been through that same path, and I'll tell them the exact same thing. Get the fuck out of there. Hell, dudes could be in that position where the wife's treating them like that, and I'd be like, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Like there's no sex side to this at all, like of man or woman. It simply comes down to if you're a fucking dickbag to your partner, they don't deserve that shit. Period. Yeah. Like, so yes, you're the asshole.
This guy is a mega asshole.
Yeah. Well, so everyone unblur. Everyone said, we're going to just do it like that.
Yep.
Everyone said asshole. That's it. Let's go see what everyone says. You're the asshole. Easy solution. You can learn to cook. Truth.
But he pays for all the bills and the food. You can't possibly suggest he learn how to feed himself too.
Backslash S in case it's not obvious. No shit. If no one can pick up on that sarcasm, oh my God. You're the asshole since I'm the one who pays all the bills. For this, if you don't like what she cooks, fine. You shouldn't expect her to only cook things you like just because you have a paying job. She works, just not paying. Daycare provider, housekeeper, meal planner and chef, laundress, money manager if she pays the bills, personal planner if she sets up appointments for you in addition to herself and child. Many more I've not listed. So yes, cook your own food if you don't like what she cooks. Exactly. Perhaps for her birthday, you could cook her a better partner.
You could find her a better partner.
Oh, sorry. Shouldn't be too hard to find someone better than you. Damn. I like cook more. So yeah. Test tube it up, you know?
Yeah. You're the one who bought the beef liver. If you wanted it a specific way, you should have done it. Just because you work and pay the bills doesn't mean that you can shit on your girlfriend. Not everyone is good at cooking. Maybe you should find recipes you do like. Take time to cook together on the weekends. There is a compromise, but you're expecting her to just revolve cooking around only your wants is selfish. You're the asshole. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, and I might get some heat for this, but I'm just going to go on and fucking say it. I can handle it. Thick skin, let's go. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like one of those situations where dude and chick were getting freaky deaky, right? Yeah. Fresh into a relationship, freaky deaky, bang, bang. Oh, what happened? Baby. And now they're stuck together and they hate each other's fucking guts.
Yep. So the lesson learned here is wear a condom. Yeah.
Communication?
No.
No, you're the asshole. Yeah. Absolutely, you're the asshole.
I'd be amazed if anybody says not the asshole here. Oh, it's gonna be some other fucking.
Let's go to the bottom.
Some other fucking Kyle out there. Shout out to all the Kyles.
I'm a 27 guy with a girlfriend. I'm not some blue haired they them person. And I'm saying this so that you know this is a man to man. You don't like her food, make your own. You don't want to cook, but buy the takeout or man up and eat her food. I suggest you grow up here before she gets fed up taking care of 2 toddlers, even if you provide them with money. So I'm going to say this. Appreciate this part here. Let's be very clear. I'm a man's man.
I wonder what his political affiliation is.
Second is dick.
Second is dick.
Second is
Shout
dick.
out. Second is dick.
Yeah. Appreciate you. And also Rooster Cat lover. I really want to see. Oh, not the asshole. Everyone is overreacting like usual. I'd simply tell her that she doesn't need to cook for me. It's not your fault it tastes bad. Just simply make your own food or grab something on the way home. Or maybe just cook. Maybe also just cook with her. And then if it goes bad, it's on both of you.
I wouldn't, but
-3.
Why would you like, he's making the same point, but getting to the wrong conclusion.
Skill issue. Get that girl out the kitchen. Oh no. Oh no.
That's bad.
Hold on. Info. Does she work at all and contribute financially? I'm a little traditional and actually think there's nothing wrong with that if you're paying for everything. Old school. This sub is hold on. This sub is mostly women, so you're going to be the asshole no matter what. I'm a man, and I'm going to give you some advice. You obviously see a future with her because you had a child with her. Not true. Either have her cook things that you know she's good at, or cook for yourself. This is not a hill you want to die on. You should have started this differently, bro. This part right here is not good.
Our betas have entered the chat.
Oh my God, dude. Well, hey, you're the asshole, homie. Good job. I hope your kid's stepdad's better. Next, am I the asshole for not letting our kids eat my wife's cooking? Okay. So this is a throwaway.
Yeah.
Start there. I, 34 male, have a wife, 32 female. So 2 year difference. And we have 2 children, 4 and 7. So they had them in their 20s. Cool. I work as a manager at a care home, and my wife owns a bakery with her mom. Cool. My wife cooks all the time because she is much better at cooking than I am. I cook sometimes. She is the one who takes care of the house, kids, and chores. Okay, so I just want to make sure she owns her own business. She cooks sometimes. She cooks more often than he does, and she takes care of the house, kids, and the chores. The scales of justice are tipping to balance. Good. Yesterday when I came back from work, dinner was ready, so I plated it up for everyone while my wife was washing her hands. My kids like their food cut up. I was cutting their chickens into pieces, and it looked a little pink. I told my wife to look at it, and she said it's a little pink, but it's fine. Chicken? That's okay. I told her I'm not letting them eat this if it's pink. She told me to stop being a baby and it won't kill them. I kept telling her it's pink in the middle. They shouldn't eat that. They can get food poisoning, and that's or salmonella, and it's dangerous for them. She told me if you don't want them eating it, then you can cook their dinner. I made them cheese and ham toasties. Also made her one, but she didn't eat it. She told me she isn't talking to me if I think her cooking is horrible. I don't think it's horrible. I just didn't want our kids eating that. I told her to stop thinking she was right. So am I the asshole?
Couldn't you just like toss it in the microwave for like 30 seconds?
Chicken?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah. That's like, it's a quick little thing. Like, it doesn't, you don't want to do it for too long, of course, because that can like definitely dry it out. But like you can cook it in the microwave for just like 30 seconds to a minute, and that'll clear it right up.
Okay. Fair. I'm curious. What do you think here?
Part of me gets it that he wanted to make sure that, the food is safe for the children.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'd have to see like how pink we're talking here, like if it's just like the slightest bit color change from white to like slightly more pink white, then I'm not really going to scoff at that too much. But, if it's fucking raw, then
it's fucking raw.
Then yeah, I might have a problem with that. But I mean, I would have just been like, oh, it's not quite cooked all the way. I'm gonna toss this in the microwave real quick, and just left it there.
So you're saying he is?
I don't know.
I have my vote in mind.
Because man, I don't know. This might be an everyone's the asshole situation for me. Because I mean, he should it's just as simple as just heat it up for a little bit longer. Then that would have solved the whole thing. And that way they're still eating the dinner, and then it's just cooked a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't want to say that he's an asshole because I don't think he's definitely not like the last guy.
No.
This is not an egregious assholery kind of situation. This is more just like, you're being a little bit of a dick, maybe. No, he's not even really being a dick. Honestly, not the asshole. I'm going to go with not the asshole. Like, I'd lean on the side of everyone's the asshole, maybe, but like, I'm going to say not the asshole.
I'm going to say everyone's the asshole.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say why. Based on this post, based on the situation, I agree with you. I didn't know that you could just microwave it like that. Yep. Never heard of that before in my life.
Yeah, because I mean, it kind of cooks from the inside. That's
fair.
It does a pretty good job of that.
I'm going to take this based on a couple things. Number one, when she said it's a little pink, but it's fine, I can only assume based on her profession that she probably temperature tests all the meat that she cooks. The internal temperature probably registered exactly where she was hoping it would, which is a safe boundary to eat. And yes, for some wondering, when I said earlier, I was like, "Ooh, it could cause salmonella." If it's undercooked, that is a breeding ground for salmonella. You want to know how I know? Because I fucking got it before.
Oh, same. Yeah,
it's not fun.
We've all had sketchy chicken before.
Yeah. So realistically, based on what she does as a profession, I can only assume that she is taking the extra measures when she does that, and that's great.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. However, the reason I'm saying everyone's the asshole is how this devolved so fucking quickly.
Yeah.
At first, it was him just showing her saying, hey, by the way, it's a little pink. Like, we might just need to cook it a little bit longer. She responded with, it's a little pink, but it's fine. I told her, I'm not letting them eat this if it's pink. She told me to stop being a baby and it won't kill them. So we're steadily devolving.
Yeah.
I kept telling her it's pink in the middle. They shouldn't eat it. That they can get food poisoning. Here's where I would have, gone down a different path. I would have asked her how she cooked it. I would have gone and cooked it a little bit longer, or in your case, nuke it.
Yeah.
And that way she doesn't have to worry about getting her hands dirty again. You're helping your wife finish this.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, she goes, oh, it was a crazy thing. Let me fix it real quick so that way I can take care of it. What you're doing is offering a hand of service to help with what she's already trying to accomplish. Mm-hmm. But instead, I kept telling her it's pink in the middle. They shouldn't eat it if they can get food poisoning and it's dangerous for them. She told me if you don't want them eating it, then you can cook their dinner.
Yeah. And I'm starting to see the everyone more, because especially with like, instead of just putting it in the microwave, he fucking went and made them an entirely different thing and wasted all the fucking food.
Well, technically he did what she said.
Yeah. And that's,
but I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, it's like, just fucking put it in the microwave for a little bit, or even just cook it on the stove again for a little bit. Or,
literally.
It's not going to take much longer if it's got a little bit pink in the middle.
If you slice it up. So with chicken, I'm sure if it was like grilled or baked or something.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Throw a little olive oil on a pan. Throw the cut up chicken into the pan. Cap it. 2 minutes later, it's done.
Yeah.
And here's what you have. You have a nice little crispy ends on it, which makes it even better. The flavor's penetrating much better too. That's how cooked chicken works.
Yeah.
Chicken is not a difficult thing to cook. You just have to make sure the internal temp's right and you're good.
Yep.
But instead, I see what you're saying. Like, this dude straight up went and was like, I made him ham and cheese toasties. Bro, you wasted food.
Yeah. I'm changing mine to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also made her one, but she didn't like it. She told me that she isn't talking to me if I think her cooking is horrible. He never said her cooking was horrible.
Yeah.
She's making that up to make sure that is...
She's being dramatic.
Yeah. Like, for sure. and granted, again, we can only go off of OP. We don't know exactly what happened, but based off of what OP is saying, she was being dramatic.
Yeah.
And then, I don't think it's horrible. I just don't want our kids eating that. I told her to stop thinking she was right. You don't tell her that.
Yeah,
just have a conversation with her.
That's not how conversation.
You know what they need to do? They need to communicate. And so I'm so happy we're getting better at that.
Yeah, we're almost like not as lousy anymore. We're gonna have to change our title to the podcast.
We need to communication.
That's how it works.
Yep. Okay. So am I the asshole? Everyone's the asshole.
Yeah,
dude. You could have had a better conversation with your wife. She could have been better about it too.
Yep.
Period. But asshole is what they voted.
Oh, yeah.
Future Sam's going to get this. Current Sam, not so much.
Current Sam, not here.
Current Sam. Info. Why didn't you just put the chicken back in the oven? Valid point. In the meantime, you're the asshole. Pink chicken is not dangerous if the internal temp is high enough. Exactly. Also, instead of just saying, oh, honey, I'm worried the chicken's a little pink, we can cook it just a little bit more to be safe. You went all the way. I'm not serving this to the kids. No. This is an overreaction right here. Yeah. That's not how he said it, according to his post. Edit, just for the people that don't know how to cook chicken. Chicken has to reach an internal temp of 165. It might still look pinkish, but it's totally fine to eat, which is true. Yep. I've done that before as well.
They even included a link on where it says it's totally fine to eat. I'm assuming to something that says that.
Yeah.
So,
color's not a good indicator of whether the chicken has been reached 165. You can have pink chicken that has reached a proper temp and is safe. It's actually much tastier and juicier that way. This is true. Yep. Actually, if you air fry your chicken, like we'll do chicken loins every once in a while. If you air fry your chicken and it's internal temp, it might still be a little bit pink, but I'm telling you right now, it's some of the juiciest chicken you'll ever fucking have, and it's so tasty. I work as a manager at a care home, and my wife owns a bakery with her mom. Okay. Okay, so 2 working parents. Got it. My wife cooks all the time because she is much better at cooking than I am. I cook sometimes. Dang, so it's unfair how women are just genetically better at cooking than men are. Women don't have to go through the tedious process of learning how to cook like men do. How nice for them. What?
I'm assuming that's sarcasm.
Has to be. She is the one who takes care of the house, kids, and chores. So she runs a business, a household, takes care of the kids, and does all the chores. What do you do? That said that earlier.
Yep.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for watching this so far. We greatly appreciate you hanging out with us. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube or listening on any listening sites. Make sure to go follow us on there as well. And also, if you're watching the video, drop us a like and share it to your friends who might want some lousy advice as well. If you have any at all lousy advice that you want from us or any lousy ideas that you'd like us to cover, drop it in the actual comments down below or send it to us at thelousypodcast@gmail.com. You can also email us there anytime with any ideas you have. Back to the show. Oh, complain about pink chicken and be extra about making the kids a whole new meal instead of putting the chicken in the microwave for 45 seconds. You're the asshole. Edit. For everyone saying that I wrote what I wrote was sexist, it is a statistical fact that women are responsible for 75% of unpaid domestic labor worldwide. Everyone is assuming that OP's wife likes cooking more than that, and that's why she does it. And that would be another conversation. And loving baking isn't equal to loving working all day in a bakery and then coming home to the responsibility of preparing and cooking a meal. But that's not what OP said, and I'm taking OP at his word. He said that his wife is better at cooking, and that's why she does a majority of it. Just because she's better at a task doesn't mean it's fair for her to hold the responsibility for it. Just like it wouldn't be fair for her to be responsible for all the chores, child raising, household management, etc. I agree to that point, but that's not what this is about.
No.
This is a tirade of basically taking what he said and breaking it down piece by piece to make him even more the asshole, when in reality, it's the situation at hand. And with the situation at hand, everyone's the asshole.
Yep.
Let's see. You are both probably technically right, but there are other issues at play. Some cuts of chicken can be a little pink, so whatever. What was your answer? No, I have one. Okay. You're the asshole. You're the asshole.
Yeah, everybody seems to say, dude, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Anyone saying not the asshole needs to brush up on some cooking knowledge. Depending on the cut of chicken, it's extremely normal for chicken to sometimes be slightly pink when fully cooked. Yep, especially dark meat. That's why you're supposed to use a meat thermometer, not your eyes, to judge whether meat is fully cooked. Exactly. Assuming your wife ate it and didn't get sick, guess what? She was right, and you didn't know what you were talking about. Lol. Congrats for being insane.
I don't know about insane.
Yeah, it's
Insane's
a
a bit of a stretch. Yeah.
If you were really so worried, you could have just microwaved the kids' plates, by the way, or checked the temp of the chicken. You truly don't seem to have much cooking knowledge and should probably stop trying to mansplain cooking to your wife. Whoa! Who you admit does most of the cooking. Okay, hold on. How did we get that from honey? The chicken's a little pink. What?
I don't know.
Everyone's the asshole. You're the asshole. Yes, this thread is starting to make me lose faith in common sense. For people who cannot determine if your meat is to your desired doneness, get a meat thermometer. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of whole thing here is get a meat thermometer. I mean, but it sounds like it might have been sitting out for a little bit, so I don't know if that will 100% be accurate in this scenario, but yeah, it's just fucking talk about it. Don't
You ain't got a microwave. Not the asshole. I'm not letting my kids eat pink chicken. Every time I make chicken, I check if it's cooked and not pink. Husband does the same, so not the asshole.
I mean, you know, it's again, we've established that the color is not necessarily the gauge, but for the people that do use it as a gauge, just stick it in the fucking microwave for 30 seconds and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
I'm just curious as to what the bottom dwellers down here in the negatives said. But we can't seem to get down there because a lot of people wanted to comment on this one.
There are thousands of comments.
Here we go. Not the asshole. Feeding kids undercooked chicken is madness. And if she doesn't understand that, then she shouldn't be selling food for people or cooking for her family. Okay, so I feel like that's a common thing we're going to be getting. Yeah. Okay, so we agree. Everyone's the asshole. We're seeing this at face value of the situation, not the fact that everyone wants to be bitchy about pink chicken.
Yeah.
It's just what took place.
Just fucking nuke it.
Yeah, everyone's the asshole. I think she's being a bit, over dramatic for that. I think they need to learn how to communicate better. There's a lot going on there. Yep. So, all right, last up, hombre.
Am I the asshole for cooking with ingredients my roommate / coworker is allergic to? Then,
hold up.
How long is this shit?
Wait, where's the original post?
Go back up.
There's so some of the okay. A lot of the posts, it looks like it's you know what, just read it and maybe we'll yeah.
Can you move the cursor?
Yes.
Then 3 weeks ago, after our company stopped reimbursing us for pantry items, I bought a bag of rice, made a pot of it, and labeled my. Yeah, that's definitely not the beginning.
Yeah, we'll just go from here because honestly, I don't know.
Yeah,
because there's an edit. And I'm sure they probably hit like a character count.
I came home from work the next day to find all of it gone. CC, who's CC, ate all of it, my cooked rice. When I confronted him, he got defensive and claimed that he didn't know. The company never said anything about ending the reimbursements. I called him out on his bullshit because our manager called both of us into her office to let us know that the company was ending the house reimbursements. I told, okay, yeah, this hurts my brain. I told him to buy and cook his own damn rice. He ran away crying. Literally, he ran into his room, slammed the door, started bawling his eyes out, and then proceeded to call his parents to complain about how I'm a mean, toxic person, and he didn't do anything wrong. To prevent him from eating my rice again, I made a pot of it using strange shiitake mushroom liquid. It's just the water left over from rehydrating dried shiitake mushrooms. I put the leftover rice in a couple of labeled containers. Today I came home from work to him curled up in pain on the sofa. I asked him how he liked the mushroom liquid I used in my rice, and he had a huge breakdown. He accused me of poisoning him, of how I knew he wouldn't eat mushroom, or he couldn't eat mushroom products, and yet I cooked rice with it anyways, and how he'd filed charges against me for poisoning him. He ended up filing a complaint to HR and my manager about the whole ordeal. And now I'm have a meeting with both of them tomorrow afternoon to discuss what happened. Am I the asshole here? Edit. He was faking it the whole time. Okay, well, we'll get to that in a little bit. So it's sounding like he was getting, so I think there's just a chunk of it missing. But so it's sounding like company used to reimburse for food.
Yep.
They stopped.
Yep.
He got his own.
Yep.
Roommate claimed he didn't know that.
Yep.
Ate his food.
Yep.
Got mad. So
Yep.
he decided to make this food with something that he's allergic to.
Yep.
And this is where we're at. So Edit, he was faking it the whole time. Heard him laughing over the phone in his room about now he's going to have the whole place to himself by next week, and he can't believe I fell for it. So, had to delete most of the post because it was too long. Interesting.
There you go.
And that's an update, not an update.
Update.
Scroll down. Maybe we can read that. Okay. So yeah, basically there's an update to it. So yeah, we'll read that here in a little bit. So basically, yeah, roommate was eating your food. Called him out on it. He ran away crying like a little bitch. Is kind of what I'm hearing there.
Not the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like not the asshole. I mean, he's just using some leftover water. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's poisoning. I think that's just more preventing.
No, it's very one simple statement made me think this.
Clearly, a couple of labeled containers.
It's it right there. A couple of labeled containers.
Yeah.
So he knew. He just refused.
Yeah.
He ate it anyways. Boom. And then in reality, he was faking it.
Yeah. So, yeah, the update says my meeting with HR went fairly well. I told them that CC was faking his ailment. HR, my manager, called CC into the office and requested that he submit an allergen report. Meanwhile, they're taking money from his paycheck to reimburse me for the rice he stole. CC came in stoned out of his mind in the middle of the damn workday and proceeded to have a huge breakdown. He accused the company of being toxic and his coworkers of being cruel, heartless monsters willing to poison an innocent colleague just because they don't like him, and that he handing in his 2 weeks notice now. So he did. Right afterwards, the landlady of our company house called and said she's evicting CC because she found flies in his room, and she's had enough of the filthy, smelly pigsty he calls a room. Normally, he'd have 2 weeks to vacate the house after handing in his notice, but the housing contract we both signed state that the landowner had the right to evict a tenant if they bring in any pests or they leave the house in such a state that an infestation is likely to occur. He left this morning. Bonus, she called in pest control and is charging CC for it. So
that is, I don't even need to look at the comments. That's justice.
That's, yeah, Batman was there.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, like
in the forum with HR, apparently.
I think it's one of the only times I've ever heard HR actually do something right.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a very clear, like,
yeah,
you know, if they change the policy, inform them in person of the policy changing. Like, then he still just doesn't give a fuck and then eats the other person's shit. Mm-hmm. The person calls him out on it, and then he fucking does it again. So, like, you know, it's just egregious he's just doing it just to be shitty.
Yeah, no, this is without a doubt, like, you're not the asshole. I think this is a great play. I think this is you did exactly what you need to do. You followed all the steps and easy. I don't even want to look at the comments on this one because I know, like, this fucker was faking his helmet the whole damn time. Like, this part here without the update, like, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Which, if you're cool with it, I'd like to pull one more because I think this is a bit of a clusterfuck for us. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go into cooking, and we're just gonna wait for it. Stop. That works. For criticizing my mom's cooking. All right. Am I the asshole for criticizing my mom's cooking? We're going to hold off on reading the edit, so make sure Future Santa block that out as well. I am male 20 who still lives at home while attending university. I've become increasingly interested in cooking and have tried to improve myself over the last few years. My mother cooks dinner for myself, as well as my sister and father the majority of the time. Occasionally, my dad or myself will also cook food for the family. Today, my mom made a simple lunch of ramen noodles for herself and my sister and I. While I always thank her for making food and have often told her that I appreciate and enjoy her cooking, I occasionally have criticism about the food. Today, for example, I told her these noodles are a bit mushy as I was eating them, and as they were probably 2 to 3 minutes overcooked. We had a discussion about why or why not that would be an okay comment to make. My mother framed it as her cooking for me being a labor of love, and that if I say that part of it isn't perfect or that something could be improved, she feels as though I don't appreciate it or that it ruins the gesture. In my opinion, if I'm cooking for someone, I do it to make them happy, and if they aren't satisfied, I want to know how they honestly feel about it as opposed to lying to gratify me. That's fair. In my opinion, when I try to offer a suggestion as to how to improve a dish, it is because I would want someone to tell me to provide an opportunity for me to improve something as opposed to not knowing. Also fair. Maybe the way I worded what I said today came off a bit rude, but we did also discuss that the wording didn't really matter. And it's the fact that I criticized it. Does it make any sense for me to feel that a criticism like that is an objective statement and not a complaint or something to be offended by? I also want to make clear that when I say criticize, it's not like I say, oh, that dish is terrible or tear apart every dish. It's something more of, if a pan is a little hotter, you could get a deeper sear on these. Or if you take the pasta out a couple minutes underdone, it will finish cooking in the sauce so that it doesn't overcook. I also understand that is a really petty thing. I just want a third-party opinion because it seems like neither of us really understand the other person's thinking. Am I the asshole here?
I get where he's coming from to a point.
Yep.
Where, like, he's got kind of a new passion for cooking, and he's learned some tips and tricks and he wants to share those. And I get that. There are times and places to do such things.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say maybe directly like that. Like, I think his phrasing was not great.
Phrasing was terrible.
Phrasing was not great. So I get where he was coming from, but his delivery was bad. Because of that, I kind of want to say asshole in this scenario, and just learn to communicate it better.
Yeah.
Because it's just like just saying the noodles are a little bit mushy, that's not great. Whereas, like, maybe, I would say, like, oh, I learned that, if you maybe take them off a little bit earlier, they might come out a little bit different texture, or something like that. There are ways to say it, but definitely not while you're eating them, and then, just work on your phrasing there, bud.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it came with malicious intent for sure.
I want to err on the side of not an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, same, but it's just like I said, phrasing.
Correct. But we have to, I'm looking at this through the lens of how we look at this every time, and that is the situation clearly stated here at hand. Like you said, dude has a strong liking to cooking now.
Yeah,
he really enjoys cooking. He wants to provide tips and tricks that he's learned to continue that process, and maybe even see if his mom has a similar love of cooking. They can share tips and tricks together.
Yep.
So I want to go back to the ramen noodle thing real quick. These noodles are a little bit mushy as I was eating them, and they were probably 2 to 3 minutes overcooked. We had a discussion about why or why not that would be an okay comment to make. I want to know what the rest of that conversation was like.
Yeah.
Because if he had said, hey, I noticed these are a little mushy. How long did you cook them? He might be trying to learn, how long to not do that, maybe something he didn't know about before.
Yeah.
It's the framing for me. Like
Yeah.
this is framed up to be like,
If he had said it differently, I would absolutely say not the asshole. Mom's just being dramatic, but he didn't pick the best way to do it. Basically, he had a thought and blurted it out.
I'm gonna say kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I know the options are asshole or not an asshole, or everyone's an asshole or no one's an asshole, but I'm gonna say kind of an asshole. And I want to say kind of because I don't think, and you've mentioned this, I'm echoing the thought, it wasn't with malicious intent.
Yeah.
Wasn't with ill will or ill thinking. It was just he has a passion for something. He made a comment. Mom took it the wrong way or took it in a very negative way, and now it's this problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have to, I'd err on the side of just saying asshole to fully provide that. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't think there's much way to frame this outside of maybe just say it after the meal.
Yeah.
Like coming to me like, hey, how long did you cook those noodles? I'm curious. Like they were just a little mushy. I'm just knowing for my sake, but like eating them in the moment, like these are mushy.
Yeah. So, I think of it as like, let's change up the setting and say instead of a cooking setting, it's a music setting. And you're two guitar players talking. Somebody's playing something, and then you say right after that was sloppy, but not in a way of like you can say like, or you're trying to say you could play it this way and do it a little bit better, but you just say that was sloppy.
Hey, your picking is a bit floppy there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas you could say, hey, I noticed your pick patterns are a little loose. Is there a way? I'm curious how we could tighten that up for me to join you to or whatever. Like, there's ways you can frame it a lot better. So that way, while it's still bad news, it's still it's a means of you saying like, hey, I want to help you improve.
Yeah. Or maybe like,
me learn how to improve.
Hey, I just learned this new technique. Let's if you try it this way, it might actually tighten that up some. So like there's definitely different ways to say things, and you shouldn't just blurt out the first thing that comes to mind for sure. Think before you speak, not speak before you think.
I agree. So you agree, asshole?
I would agree, asshole, but not maliciously. Yeah.
Edit. I am the asshole. I do want to say that the cooking split is not as uneven as I previously may have made it sound. And trust me when I say that usually all of us are involved in some part of cooking the meals, whether it be cleaning or making a side or something like that. But I understand that this doesn't change things. I apologize and stop in the future. Okay, so you understand exactly where you went wrong. Comments. You're the asshole if someone's cooking for you. Don't criticize it. It's rude. And besides, you're a grown-ass man, and so is your dad. You should all be splitting the cooking. Okay, you're going on a different path here.
Yeah.
You're the asshole. Your mom did not ask for criticism of your opinion. There's nothing positive that is going to come out of telling her the noodles are overcooked. Again, I go back to saying, if it were a situation where you're trying to learn, ask after the meal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think timing is everything here. You're the asshole. You're 20 and mommy is cooking for you most of the time. You're sounding pretty ungrateful. It's also it's normal to mention if food is burnt, inedible. But your example is just a matter of taste preference, not a huge deal or altering the dish much. I disagree. I think that understanding the meal is totally fine. I think that again, timing. I think we're on the same page here.
Yep.
But that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the asshole, dude. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks because like we've been saying this whole, he wasn't trying to come at it from like your cooking sucks.
Yeah.
Like I have a new thing that I learned.
Yep.
You should try it.
Future chances will teach you.
Yeah.
That you can word it better.
He is 20, so he's not going to learn the best way of wording.
His brain ain't even done forming yet. Jesus.
No.
Man, still got 5 years of learning.
Yep. So hopefully he learned something from this one.
Hopefully. And hopefully y'all did too. Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole at all. But if you enjoyed this, let us know in the comments. Let us know which story you thought was the worst of them, or especially if it was the first one. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. That was
rough.
A little messed up.
And is there any topics of assholery you want us to cover in the future? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to look up some topics on that and see what we can find. Or if you were an asshole or think you were an asshole, let us know in the comments down below. We'll read it as well.
Yep.
So
Sounds good.
thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching. Of course, as always, hit the subscribe button, bell icon, stay up to date on anything Lousy. Like the video, and
There's a button back there.
yeah, that actually helps you subscribe.
Yep. Click it. Click it again. That's it.
Click it once.
You click it and then you hit subscribe.
Oh, you right. Yeah, Gigabrain. I like that. All right, we're out. Bye.
Bye.